Unstuck. Have you ever felt stuck in the position that you're in? Have you ever felt stuck in your career? Have you ever felt physically stuck? Maybe you were stuck in traffic. Maybe you were stuck at an airport. Maybe you were stuck in a relationship. Maybe you were physically stuck. Maybe you were stuck in snow, you were stuck in mud, or stuck in something else. But have you ever felt stuck? And have you ever felt stuck in like you're treading water in your career? And we know from research that one of the top drivers consistently for why people leave organizations is because they don't have clarity when it comes to their own career development or their career path. And so having clarity and feeling unstuck in our career is very important for our own engagement, but it's very important for our own personal clarity when it comes to pursuing our own dreams, when it comes to our professional and our personal life. And I remember a time whenever I felt stuck. It was a couple of years ago, and our oldest son, he ran track for a local track club, and he had a track meet. And I don't know if you've ever been to a track meet before, but track meets are an all-day thing. You have all these running events, you have all these field events. It was in the middle of summer in Charleston, South Carolina, and it was long and it was hot. And so my wife went ahead with our oldest son so that he could meet his team before the meet started, and I was bringing our two youngest kids closer to the time whenever he was going to be competing. And so we drove separately. And so we went there. It was a great day. It was a hot day. We were exhausted. We were ready to come home. And so I went to the car with my middle son, and we were going to drive home, and my wife took our other two kids to her car. And I get in the car, I'm about to leave, and I get a call. And it's a call from my wife telling me that she is stuck. And so I'm like, okay, well, let me drive over there, and I can solve this issue for us. I can get us unstuck. So I went over there, and I noticed that whenever she had gotten there, the parking lot was full, and she had backed off into the grass on the other side of the pavement. And she didn't know this, but she had backed into a big mud puddle. It had rained a lot, the ground was saturated, it was soft, and she had backed into a mud puddle. And whenever she tried to accelerate and get in her car and leave, she just spun her tires. And so I thought, and maybe this is a guy thing, I thought if I just get in the car, I turn the ignition, I put it in drive, I push the gas pedal down, then I'm gonna magically save us from this situation. And so I did that. I got in the car, I put the ignition in, I put the car in drive, I pushed the gas pedal down, and guess what? The tire just spun. And I remember sitting in the car in the driver's seat in that moment, feeling certain emotions. And it's the emotions that I have felt often whenever I have felt stuck. I felt frustrated, I felt irritated, I felt inconvenienced, I felt anxious, I felt a little bit of fear, I felt insecurity, I felt a little bit of hope leaking because I didn't know what to do in that situation. And so I tried everything I could to get us unstuck during that day in the situation. But ultimately, we had to call someone to help us get unstuck and to pull us out from this mud puddle that we were in. And when I think about my career and I think about different times in my career where I have felt stuck, I have felt the same emotions. I have felt frustrated. I have felt irritated. I have felt inconvenienced. I have felt insecure. I have felt the hope leaking into where I didn't really like what I saw whenever I look out into the horizon when it comes to my career. And so that's what the plan framework was created to help solve. The plan framework is a tool created to provide a structure to help us get unstuck and to help us drive up our own personal clarity when it comes to our career aspirations and the direction that we're going in and the action that we're driving that would align us to incrementally move closer and closer to that career destination. And so during this series, we're going to unpack the plan framework. We're going to unpack it in a detailed, pragmatic way. So hopefully you can take this tool and it will allow you to get more personal clarity when it comes to your own career so that you can ensure that today you're driving meaningful action that gets you incrementally closer to your career destination. But before we dive into the plan framework, our next step is to talk about why this is important and talk about what are some principles that we need to keep in mind that would help drive our own definition of your plan and my plan.